All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
My Hero Academia, Season 6, Episode 24.
We're back at UA.
We are.
The walls are up. The new walls, or the walls that they never actually needed to use, but now they are using. We've got basically a small city in here.
Oh, yeah.
Doing their best to just be taken care of. But they don't want Deku here.
No, they don't. They all want him gone, and very understandably so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious what kind of plan or strategy they have to actually convince them, hey, no, it's fine.
Or, no, you need to realize the situation you're in. You're fucked no matter what is going on here. The world outside is kind of ending, so we need help. And you're not going to get it by having one less or one more person here either way. So, doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're going to come here eventually anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. We need to get real and real practical with y'all. So, that's that. And,
hopefully some international.
Well, yeah, but Deku's also back with his friends and stuff. They succeeded. They reached him.
Yeah.
But yes, hopefully...
the international heroes show up and we can get some reinforcements here.
Some Justice League shenanigans.
Yeah, they may have lost faith in, the heroes of Japan, but maybe when it's
there's
the
more
heroes
to lose faith in, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I would love that. I would love a very corrupt and dark Justice League to show up and be like, yeah, looks like you need some freedom here.
Don't worry, we'll save you.
We'll save you.
Yeah.
We're here to save you. Oh, thank God, it's the Catholic Church from yourselves. Oh, fuck, it's the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
All right, but y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
And how did those hold up?
Yep.
そこで UA バリアの強化時システムにも私独自の改修を加えた結論から言えば今この瞬間
like what?
が始まろうと避難民および生徒が毒牙にかかっ
But what if it's Shigaraki? Like he could just go right
what
over the
basis
wall.
are you bringing this on?
UA は動く
Oh shit!
敷地を5番
Okay.
それぞれに駆動機構を備え付けた
Oh, we're Avaing this shit!
All right. Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
なので周辺地下には計3000層の強化プレートそれらが異常を検知すると迎撃システムが発動また支柱がアンロックされその間にシェルターは安全なルート
What? All right. Okay.
警備システムを持ち
Hey, I like they're bringing up the other academies, though. But this is the classic joke that, like, governments in anime,
high schools,
militaries in anime, high schools, exactly.
Yeah. How loaded are you?
Damn.
いずれもあと一歩近寄ることのできなかった人々の歩み動きひしめき合う中君たちは
These words are going to be absorbed here and taken and spoken out with their own voice and become more than that by what they individually bring. Oh, Inko is here too. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, everybody's here.
日本は無法になっちまったんだぞ。しわ寄せを受け入れろって。あんたそう言ってんだぞ。ふざけるな。そうだ、ふざけるな。
Well, yeah, and they won't see it. Yeah.
Yeah, because what words would be able to persuade them?
Yep. That's her boy, yeah. God, the art here is really good. Oh.
What's she gonna do?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Megaphone from the very top, okay.
Okay, Uraraka, let's go. Oh, it's her parents, yeah. The shift from saying, oh yeah, of course she's looking at him. That's her boy. True, true. Yeah, nice.
私は思う。この困難な一歩を道となしたとき、そこにオールマイトをも超える最高のヒーローが誕生するのだと。
Wow. Okay. Yeah. We're having an Uraraka episode.
We haven't gotten one of these in a long time.
Ah, she recognizes that.
She's his hero right now.
Yep. Yep. Who watches them, yeah. Oh. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
She saw that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he was able to smile even after being having the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it is. I recognize the guy with the three pointed things on his head.
I do too.
I'm trying to remember who that was. Oh, Coda!
これは僕が最高のヒーローになるまでの物語。そして
Oh.
みんなが最高のヒーローになるまでの物語だ。
All right.
Oh!
Ha!
Yeah, no
Okay.
music for that.
Moved without thinking.
Yep. Yep. Why I am
So it's
here.
all right
Yeah.
now.
You don't have to cry. Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's just whoop, hello. Jesus.
Fuck.
Oh. Yeah, this guy, I recognize him from... Shoot. He's from a previous point in the show. Damn it. Yeah. Thank you. Whoa.
Okay.
Performers on a stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a lot of ways they were. Uh-huh. He's just an icon. He's not a person at all. The only ones left right now are the real ones, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what? Yeah!
Yeah.
God! Oh, the snowball effect. This is... Whoa! Oh, this is so meta and powerful, but...
It's gonna be the kid who's telling him to get lost.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whoa.
全部取り戻します。
結局俺たちはデクに辛い思いをさせただけだった。何も死んで遠回りさせた。ワン・フォー・オールは人々の心が紡いできた力の結晶。オールマイトが緑谷君につないだ。そしてみんながもしも全員が少しだけみんなのことを思えたなら、きっとそこはヒーローが暇を持て余っ
Oh.
Okay.
That's what it means to be a hero right there.
And heroes.
What
have too much time
it
on
means
their
for you to
hands.
be a hero. What are you going to teach as a hero?
一緒に
Uh-huh. What's your hero academia, you know?
けど君のクラスがやってくれたよ。アイザー。
Ah!
委員長によくやったと伝えてください。
黒霧の方は
毎日声をかけてはいますが、
Oh, okay.
残念ながら進展はないです。
彼の個性のコピーはミルコが潰した。もしあのまま白雲君の意志を取り戻してなければどこも砦にはなる。
Oh.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
彼女の血液摂取と変身時間の制限を割り出した。避難民は一定期間の
Nice. Okay.
ここからがリベンジです。
もちろん
Okay.
We've got a place of peace, a place of strength to strike from.
脱ヒーロー派の様子を見に行く。
Oh, wow. What a man.
Holy shit.
Oh. Going there personally.
Yeah.
Sane.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Wow.
Now
Wow. Oh, goody. Ah, don't you just love MHA when it's like this?
that was fantastic.
I love when MHA basically just takes the theme, what does it mean to be a hero, and takes it and drives another point of it
Yep.
home in the idea that what is
yeah.
the actual support system for heroes? What does it mean to be a hero to a hero? The thing is that you stand up for them, you support for them, you cheer them on when they're doing the things that you're not willing to do.
Right.
The things that you're maybe not capable of doing. Because you might be capable in this one area. Just like another hero could have a quirk that's focused on gravity-based stuff. Another person might have 7 quirks or what have you. So I love that Uraraka is the one that kind of brings this up because she knows Deku really closely, but she also had a personal experience with the idea of watching her parents, who were themselves in a lot of ways heroes because of their work and stuff, with helping people and stuff.
Yep.
But they also saw that they couldn't really directly help the heroes with their thing. They had to, if anything, just be like, hey, you, affirmation, encouragement. We're thankful, we're grateful. That's incredible stuff there, because while their bodies are not going to be healed by you, you're not going to restore them to fighting prowess or energy or what have you, that bit of acceptance of like, oh, right, my civil servant stuff is actually being recognized, and that
and I love
that's so powerful.
I love the idea that it was such a from the mouths of babes kind of a thing where the little kid intuitively gets something that none of the other adults get. They're like, no, the hero's over there.
Right.
But she's like, no, but
we're all the hero.
Look at this. Like, they're fun to look at, but they're way more fun to look at, right? Like everybody is so happy and smiling, and there's so much energy and everything. Like, and the fact that we got to see a hero who where it's not the traditional like hero
All
victory.
Might,
You know, not All Might, right? The person where you have a quirk, you're able to help somebody, right? But it took a lot out of you, right? Like you don't look very superhuman afterwards.
You're just eel boy, you know?
Yeah, right. And you're like, oh fuck, that hurt, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a couple weeks to recover from that, right? You know. But hey.
Yeah. And she saw and the show focused on the amount of heroes that she saw either quitting or losing heart or starting to falter and having that moment of like, right. I shouldn't have to wait for the civilians to do this. I can do this myself and galvanize them to do this. Because if nobody's doing it, I would never have clued into it either as a kid.
Yeah.
I had to see someone else do it in order for me to clue in how powerful that was.
Yep.
And of course, we know Deku's struggle here is not just that he's physically exhausted, but it's the heart. It's the thing of where he's like, I want to believe that I'm doing the right thing, that I can do this. But it's so hard to keep at it day in and day out without that little bit of encouragement and affirmation. But if I stop and ask for it, if I beg for it, I might not get it. So I have to keep moving. I have to stop. And the moment here that Uraraka gets to just proclaim and as reckless and as rambunctious and as passionate way that only she can. He's just undone.
Oh yeah, because of course
he doesn't know what to say.
Well, and I want to point out, he collapses basically in the same way that he does in the beginning of the show when All Might says, "You too can be a
exactly
hero."
like that. Yeah, the clutching the heart, just,
and the idea that like, fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say, but
I have a thing if you think about that for a second. But basically, the idea that the very, very cheesy but very powerful line of, we can continue to be his Hero Academia.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that and I was like, oh, I mentioned it at the end of the reaction, but the idea of like, what does that mean? What are we going to teach him? What are we going to be the thing that we transfer, that we give over to him through this is our support, our energy, lend him your strength.
This is a part of being a hero.
Yeah, this is literally the thing of we gave this boy, not you, but we as heroes gave this boy our hopes and dreams and are like, please hold it up. Build the spirit bomb, Yeah. And now everybody needs to lend Goku their energy here.
Right.
And give him something, because there are going to be times where the heroes falter, where they doubt, where they don't believe, or even if they are absolutely fervently devoted in their beliefs that they're going to be a hero and do everything they can, they are not gods, they're not icons or symbols, they are people with souls. And even more so, this is a high school boy.
Yeah.
This is a 16-year-old high school boy.
It takes me back to the moment in Spider-Man 2 on the train. When he helps all the people and he's just like, he passes out and then they're like, oh, he's like the same age as my son.
Yeah.
And then,
he's just a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, and Doc Ock steps in and they're like, no. No, even though they can't actually, stand up to him. And so getting this here, when it's not just coming off of the positive moment of, hey, he just saved us, and so now it's easy to act in good faith in those kinds of situations, right? Right. But in this situation where it's no, heroes have been failing us, right? What do you do? Can you actually stand by the person that is struggling but not actually succeeding? Right?
Yes, that's well said.
Because that takes a hell of a lot more courage, right?
Yeah.
And
also a lot more belief, because there's no evidence to the contrary. There's no evidence to support that he's going to be able to win here.
Yep.
Or even help things in the long haul.
This scene, I feel like, answers that question that a lot of superhero stories, or superhero in quotes, kind of stories, I feel like don't get into, because I'm a danger to people around me and so I'll isolate. That's very common because it's very practical, right? It's like, yes, of course, that's a thing that, you got to keep in mind, right? Because you don't want, Shigaraki to come here and dust all these people. That'd be kind of bad.
It'd be really bad.
Yeah, that'd be really bad. But you're still a person, so you can't just do that forever, right?
Yes.
And I feel like a lot of stories will end it with that because it's the I ride off into the sunset, you know, the lone cowboy, right?
Yeah. Usually the superhero narratives like Watchmen or Incredibles, because it's basically just Watchmen for kids. But go into this kind of stuff because, or it's like an arc in a comic book or a graphic novel for a superhero, but they don't usually focus on that as the core nature of the superhero thing because it's heavy. Yep. But pretty much everybody is like this. This is the part that I really love about My Hero Academia, is that it posits the question that all of us need to be the greatest heroes that we can be here because it's a dire straits situation. Everything is being put to the test. Yep. The struggle is not just, being handled by the civil servants. Every single person here is struggling and is suffering and is made to being put through the ringer here. So when it comes right down to it, we need everybody. And the idea of our Hero Academia being something where it's we're going to hunker down and survive and do this here, but what are we giving out in this moment? How are we serving? How are you doing your part, basically? And that is what happens in a community when they're beset by chaos and danger, everyone participates. There are no people that are just going to sit there and benefit without putting in something to receive that benefit. And you can try and avoid that, but you're actively harming the group here in this case by not participating. Or even worse, if you're antagonistic towards it, then what's the point? What are you leaving? I love that this guy with the stars on his head kind of brings up that point of, there were a bunch of heroes that quit.
So what are the people who are still trying?
Yeah, why would we resist or reject those? Yeah, when they're literally the only ones left.
They're working double time.
They're the ones that stayed. Yeah. I loved also the metaphor of heroes were on a stage and they were performing, and I really like that because that's bringing up the idea that they're actors. They're lying to you.
Yep.
They're actively giving you a happy lie so that you can be smiling at the entertainment that is up on stage. But if you don't acknowledge that actors are people, performers are people, they're not going to be on stage all the time.
Right. And society as a whole got that kind of rude awakening because, they had been used to the performance for so long that they forgot it was a performance. And then they're like, wait, what? This isn't real. This isn't how it actually is. How dare you? Right. And so now it's no, that's not how it is. So this is what it looks like. Look, could you give us a little help here?
Yeah. And I love also the fact that this feels like literally relevant in our current day because this subject around the parasocial dynamic with entertainers and stuff literally applies to this kind of setup as well. So this is something that I really, really resonate with, that right now, compared to a decade ago, online performers, even people that are in the entertainment industry and stuff, or people that are, putting basically their entire person out there to be scrutinized and judged and critiqued and what have you, are then I'm going to be taking care of myself. And there's so much break, and there's so much positive support for that and reception for that than there was a while ago, not long ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago, you would have gotten a lot more of the
oh, you're just lazy.
Yeah, exactly,
you're just
right.
Stuff there.
Oh, it must be so hard, making all the money or whatever, yada.
Just forgetting that it's no. People are still people. And people have, souls, but the idea that they have a heart, they have struggles, they have problems, they have things that they need to deal with. And if you're going to have your number of people that are actively serving you diminish because of the difficulty at hand, while it sucks that happened, the acknowledgement and respect needs to be, given out for the ones that actually stay. Right. Because maybe they're just crazy. Maybe they just don't realize what they're actually in for, and they haven't been tested fully yet.
Sure.
But still,
that's a total possibility.
Still, that means that there's a possibility that when things get harder,
they also will in quit. The gap for you.
And then it's if you had maybe supported them a little bit more, there might be some opportunity to see them, be there for you.
Right. It's recognition. Babies cry for it and grown men die for it. Right. you know, even though it seems so trivial in like the practical side of things, you know, if you have these, you know, superhumans, right, that are going around doing all this stuff, saying, hey, way to go, I'm cheering for you.
Yeah.
That doesn't heal their wounds, but like...
No, but this goes beyond just being given to those people that are on stage. Give it to each other.
Yeah.
The idea that, and this is something that I brought up in between the reaction and the discussion, there was a show that we were watching. I don't want to get into the details of it for potential spoilers and stuff, but the idea that your energy, positive or negative, specifically the positive, this was something that I believe that was studied, if you bring your positive energy and like your smile and your laugh, your general just countenance to one person, it doesn't just stop with them. The people that are connected to them for that, you know, like next day or week or something like that, will be affected by that as well. It's noticeable, like it's actually trackable. So the idea that like, if you think, well, I'm just taking care of me, I'm just doing things for me, you're right in that is the case, but you have influence. Even if it's not active, you have passive influence just by the people around you. So you can be a hero by taking an active role, even if it's not a big one, but by just doing things like cheering on the hero that's named Eel Boy, that's doing his best, even though he got absolutely beat up.
Right.
Being the one that goes, oh, hey, that's the boy that, you know, did that thing for me.
Right.
Yeah, the least I can do is just come up to him and give him a hug and encourage him and just say like, hey,
and I love that it goes,
you're going to be okay.
I love that it goes all the way back to Coda.
Coda was
because that was
such a good,
just one of my favorite like side bits, you know, that MHA did, right? But, you know, absolutely on theme for the show.
Right.
And realistically, while we only have been following these characters for yay so long, and so there's a limited amount of things that have actually happened.
True.
That's the kind of the number of codas will only grow as, you know, like as they continue to do their thing.
Yeah.
So the fact that we know a specific one and can call him Coda, that's awesome for us to, you know, help understand the impact of something like this, right? But realistically, there probably would have been, I'm guessing, like 20 that would have been in there just in the time of all of the times that these kids have done things that just Deku did things while he was off by himself, right?
I just don't necessarily know that was him, though.
Yeah, sure, right, exactly. But like, not trying to say this is any kind of like critique on the show, you know, it only showed Coda or whatever, but you did good, Deku, and now rest. Rest.
Yeah, and major props to Uraraka for realizing that it's okay, shit, I have seen the way crowds work. I've been doing a lot of work as a hero out there, helping people. Okay, I can see that this is spiraling badly. I have the ability to get up there to where they'll all kind of be pulled out of their situation, stop looking at each other's fear, and also maybe stop lemmings their way through this whole thing. Actually, like, look to me, listen to what I'm saying, less being like, oh, the people around me are scared, so I'm going to get scared.
Yeah.
But like, look at me, listen to me. It's all right now. I've got something to say. And then directing them to look at Deku was such a cool thing because Uraraka has moved so far beyond being just Deku-kun as a character.
Yeah.
In some ways, in a lot of ways, she's kind of moved past that kind of awkward crush kind of thing there to being someone who's actively participating as a civil servant character.
Right.
And she's got too much stuff going on just with everything being chaotic right now for any kind of focus on high school romance and stuff.
I'm very glad that was not present here at all.
Right, but the idea that she did this could be seen as a reason why she did it as opposed to anybody else.
Sure.
But I think what they focused on primarily with this was that she got this as a kid, and it was her parents that also kind of encouraged this specifically. The idea that her parents are like ones that kind of taught her how to encourage those that are in their downtrodden state and stuff, and she clued in with the smile of the person next to her to be the oh, that smile, those words affected them.
There's a connection there. There's a transference of energy that made them be like, made Eel Boy go from like, to...
Yeah. And it ties in all the way to the bit that Deku kind of flashed back to, in that when he came to UA for the first time, he was extremely nervous. He was really scatterbrained.
Yep.
He was maybe a little bit freaking out that, girl, talk to me.
Right.
If anything, if you remember, Uraraka really did help calm him down, not by just keeping him from tripping on himself, which was hilarious, but also just acknowledging like, hey, it's going to be okay. We've got this. This is going to be great. And so the idea that she's his hero outside of any kind of like,
like crushes or anything like that.
Stuff like that. That obviously helps in some way.
Circle,
but it's still, something where we're coming full circle.
And it's the thing where just about any one of the 1A students would have absolutely done something like that if they felt like they knew how.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
but Uraraka knew how.
Like, something I want to draw attention to, Bakugo was very quiet during this whole, situation. He didn't do any, shut up, go to hell, you fuckers, right? Like, he didn't do any of that shit, because that wouldn't have been helpful.
Right.
Well, Bakugo absolutely would have had the lungs to be able to verbally reach, everybody that's there.
He knows that wouldn't do it.
That wouldn't do it, right? Like,
it's already blowing up. We don't need more gunpowder here.
Exactly, right.
In a lot of ways, he couldn't be Deku's hero for this fight right now.
Yeah.
We needed somebody that could kind of lift their gaze up above the situation there. So I think that there was some cool symbolism in Uraraka, not just being someone who had a quirk that would make it so that she could be visible to everybody, but also by literally lifting their gaze up above their situation. I think there's some cool symbolism in that as well. And that's really sweet. Making it something where Uraraka was one of the only people that actually could have done this effectively.
Yes.
Yeah.
I fully believe that when these people look at the walls of UA, yes, there's the element of it, oh, those are some big damn walls, but it's also but these look real flimsy when I think about the shit that's out there.
Or I think I get what you're getting at, but another way to look at it is like these walls, I don't see what's beyond them. Anything could be back there. What
could possibly warrant walls like this?
Exactly. It's the kind of thing like an Attack on Titan where it's the walls themselves can be a actual source of fear because it's there's man-eating monsters out there. And in this case, there's the chaos of a lawless society out there.
Right.
And as long as I don't have to look at it or think about it, I can maybe be okay. But in a lot of ways, because you're not able to look at it and see it, it becomes an unknown thing, and your fear of the unknown can fuel that.
The other thing that I appreciated is that they pointed out that, no, we told the masses the plan and everything, and, a fair number of people were like, gotcha, we understand you've got this whole underground thing. Right, but regardless of however many agree, there's going to be a large number that disagree quite strongly, and so here you have this situation.
Yeah, and also the herd effect was in full swing here. You could very easily tell that there were key figures in the group that were
having a bigger effect than they would have realized.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
And thus, in a lot of ways, it sells the point even more before the one guy speaks up amidst the group, before Koda and the heteromorph girl go to Deku. That there's so much influence that they could have as heroes.
Yes.
Exactly.
And so that makes it so perfect that Stain would show up at the end of the episode because, he is out now. He's going after All Might. There's that part of me that's a little bit worried about All Might. But at the same time, I'm like, nah. I think if Stain runs into All Might and he's like, oh, you don't even have like your quirk anymore? Oh shit, I didn't hear what happened while I was in prison. Damn. Like, you look a lot different than I expected.
Maybe I could also see Stain being someone that was tasked with, some things from All for One, potentially.
Sure.
Another thing is that Stain has a very anti-League of Villains ideology.
Yes.
He does not really care about, bringing in some kind of other order. He just wants the corruption of Hero Society to collapse.
It's done
did.
that.
It did. So therefore, in a lot of ways, Stain could be in a completely different place as a person.
Oh, yeah.
And the fascinating thing with that is that if he actually interacted with All Might, I could see him being very peaceful and very calm.
I could see him being a huge ally because I wanted to have actual heroes.
Right.
The fake heroes are gone, and the remnants being weeded out. So now I want to make some real heroes.
Right, and I could absolutely see Stain being somebody who is a threat, but I could see him also just being a general threat, where it's not that he's a threat to people, civilians, and stuff like that. It's the All Might. I need to ask you a question, and how you answer here will determine a lot of things about what I'm going to do here.
Yeah.
Do you see any hope for Japan? Do you see any hope for this place here? If you do, then I'll help you. If you don't, then I have other places to be.
Right. Yeah, I'm very glad that Stain was brought back.
Yeah, and
yeah,
I want to hear his voice again. Stain had a very powerful presence, not just when he was like screaming or yelling or anything like that, but the way he spoke was very compelling. So, I would love to have this episode that focused on what it meant to be a hero and that aspect of every single person taking on the mantle of being a real hero in this moment being the thing that then sets forth a mini arc with Stain as like a B plot or an A plot or something like that. So great stuff. Yep. Fantastic episode. MHA's knocking it out of the park again.
Oh yeah.
And all right, we're back at UA. We have an almost impractically ridiculous level of defenses here.
That the principal paid for himself.
Yeah, he went full like Tokyo 3 or whatever it was in NGE, where it's like, we can go underground, and then there's shields there, and then we can go into tunnels that will then transport us to other places. I'm like...
And I paid for it all out of pocket.
Right. Or it's the, I've just been working Cementos to the bone. And Cementos is like...
It's the meme
quirks can cover a whole multitude of plot convenience sins,
It's Goku in DBZA when Chi-Chi is like, go for 10. He's like, I don't have any more. But that's Cementos. Just, I'm sorry.
It puts a horrible image in my head. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out my Baldur's Gate 3 Let's Play on Twitch, and if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.